All right, let's go. The crypto market is off to a bit of a slow start this Monday. Not quite as sluggish as Whoopi Goldberg showing up on set at The View, but slow nonetheless. On days like this, I think the best thing you can do is
taste the biscuit, taste the goodness of the biscuit, taste the honey sauce, taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
We need to remember that although life is hard, it's much harder when you're stupid.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to get a tattoo?
I'm gonna say no.
Probably not. No.
It's probably too young to make decisions.
It's a pretty permanent decision.
They can't make the decision for themselves yet. Something permanent on their body.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to consent to puberty blockers?
Yes.
Yes.
And I understand how that sounds really hypocritical.
Yes, it's a permanent change on their body, but I think that at that point in their life, they probably know who they are, who they want to be.
So it's actually a pretty big week this week. We got Cinco de Porto today.
Wait to see what's coming.
The Federal Reserve will make an announcement on interest rates on Wednesday.
I just wish people would get off my nuts about hiking rates.
And of course, make sure you find that special gift for mom before Sunday. This will be my only video for the week, so I wanted to spend some extra time preparing to make sure I got it just right. You all know that I like to call out the liars.
She asked me what my favorite food was, and I said tomatoes.
And expose the common misconceptions.
What country has the most LGBTQ people? Small correction, actually. It's not LGBTQ. It's within the government, 2S LGBTQI+. And in terms of answering your question, I believe that country would be Pakistan.
I always try to provide that much needed advice. I'm guessing that's because standing for this picture is the most physical activity you've done in months. And maybe take that mask off. Don't let the fresh air kill you. We will talk some crypto, but if you're expecting a deep dive into which one of Brad Garlinghouse's testicles hangs lower than the other, this may not be the right channel for you. I know you come here to catch all the best information. Don't worry, no one was hurt. They actually went out to buy matching Subarus after the game. Throughout history, we have seen many great boxers, but no doubt that this guy had the deadliest jab. I'm here to answer all the questions that no one else will.
I have a quick question for anyone who voted for Donald Trump. What are you going to tell your child when they come home from school crying because their best friend was just taken out of their classroom by an immigration agent?
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Some questions are easier to answer than others.
Big balls.
It's me. That should be obvious.
But as always, I'll do my best to shine a light on the truth.
Guys, my husband is so cute and nice. He just told me that he doesn't post me on social media because he doesn't want anybody to steal me. Right, baby?
Right.
Definitely not here to ruffle any feathers.
It is disrespectful when you call a transgender woman he.
I'm sorry if that upsets you, sir. What I meant to say was,
grab his dick and twist it! Oh my God. Oh, dick twist!
Obviously, that joke's not going to be for everyone, but if I do offend you, let me just say this.
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up.
So this video will have some of everything, from singing in the streets, to dancing in the shower. Some well-deserved achievement awards will be handed out, and even a look at the first boat out when Alcatraz reopens. Check this out from the Stein Grabber. 14 straight days of XRP net outflows, and the price is still holding around $2.20. Last time it went 14 days on outflows, the price then reversed and went from $2.05 to $3.29 over 18 days. And this from JD. The last time these two things happened, XRP did a 5x within weeks. First, MACD changed to green. Second, stochastic RSI crossed above the 80 level. And we can see right here that the MACD has officially turned green. The question now becomes, will the SRSI confirm the 80 cross on the 3-day chart? But the real reason that XRP can reach $100 or more is this.
Because XRP is a commodity, not a security. So market cap is irrelevant. It's like asking what the market cap of oil is. Not the oil companies, but oil itself. No one really knows what the market cap of oil is, and no one even cares.
And to all the market cap mathematicians down in the comments section,
stay away from the other people, you hear me? If you stay in this fucking chair, get the fuck out!
And this was pretty interesting from Ripple. Teachers power the future, and we're proud to support them. Going on to say, starting with Teacher Appreciation Week, Ripple committing $25 million to U.S. classrooms through Donors' Choice and Teach for America, supporting critical resources and financial literacy initiatives with funding made possible through RLUSD. All right, let's take a look at some other top headlines.
I want crypto. I think crypto is important because if we don't do it, China's going to. And it's new. It's very popular. It's very hot. If you look at the market, when the market went down, that stayed much stronger than other aspects of the market. But I want crypto because a lot of people, millions of people want it. I don't know if you know that Biden went after it violently, and then before the election, he changed his tune entirely. His head of the SEC, everybody changed their tune. You know why? Because there were hundreds of millions of people that are participating in crypto, and they wanted to get their votes.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
That's a pretty weird statement from someone who has a white husband and also fucks their brother. On Saturday, we had the best Kentucky Derby call in history.
Journalism and sovereignty, nose to nose, but it will be sovereignty.
And I'm not sure, but maybe it had something to do with the jockey. Kind Bar reveals this risky rebranding move. The US economy added 177,000 jobs in April, more than expected. And unlike the jobs created under Biden, these were not government and Grubhub.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. People tried to talk about the mental acuity of Joe Biden. And as someone who was able to interact with him, I never questioned his mental acuity.
I don't know about you, but I kind of believe her, because when you're as stupid as Jasmine Crockett, Biden must seem like a genius.
IAF is one of the agencies we visited where, they get $50 million a year, congressional money, to give grants. These are things like, alpaca farming in Peru, improving the marketability of peas in Guatemala.
A.O. Sanders releases a new campaign ad.
You and me, so happy together.
Stephen Miller is a national treasure.
The only thing Americans want to hear from Kamala Harris is an apology for joining Joe Biden. And remember, she was the border czar. Joining Joe Biden in aiding and abetting the invasion of our country.
Some climate change news that you won't see because it doesn't fit the narrative. Antarctica reverses trend and gains ice for the first time in decades. Researchers say from 2021 to 2023, the Antarctic ice sheet saw a record-breaking mass gain. The Islamic takeover coming soon to a city near you.
We're done hiding. This is the correct religion. This is the religion that all of humanity needs to be upon, of Islam. And we will not stop until it enters every home.
I'm sorry, but if I don't agree with raping women and killing non-Muslims, that doesn't make me Islamophobic. Just saying. And even a young Jerry Seinfeld tried to give us a warning.
The word left itself is always associated with negative things. Have you ever noticed that? Leftovers, they're terrible. 2 left feet, left-handed compliment. On television, you ever see a crook named Righty? Everything right, they make a positive thing. Right on, the Bill of Rights. You go to a party, there's nobody there. Where'd everybody go? They left.
All right, let's take a look at some updated target price levels for both XRP and Bitcoin. And we'll start right here by taking a look at XRP on the weekly scale. We see that the stochastic RSI is still below this 20 level, which is the green line, and the relative strength index, or RSI, is still below the moving average. Everyone wants to know when XRP will break out. It's likely to be when both lines break above these levels. At that point, you would expect another move up, which should provide some take profit opportunities. So some of you are here as long-term holders, and some are here to generate profits in the short term. So you can see the added green box as the area to look at as a take profit zone between $4.50 and around $7.40. These levels correspond to fib extension levels of the previous bull runs, and also assume that the end of the retracement is in. If we move over here and take a look at Bitcoin, currently Bitcoin has broken above this 21-week simple moving average, which is the blue line, with a full candle close above. But there is also a very strong resistance line, which is the top of this descending broadening wedge pattern that Bitcoin is currently in right now. It would be bullish if Bitcoin can break this with at least one full body candle close above, but if that does not happen, we may see another retracement. If there is a retracement, pay attention to this white box to get hit, which sits between the mid $79,000 level and the mid $83,000 level. On the other hand, if BTC does end up breaking this descending broadening wedge, you could expect Bitcoin to reach a new all-time high. But till then, we really can't ignore the current bearish scenario. I'm also paying attention to the SRSI as both lines are headed up. If both lines can break above the 80 level and stay above it, it would seem likely to have another massive move up for BTC and the rest of the altcoin market. So you know I'll be watching and I'll keep you updated with any new information. We are definitely not all the same. This is our Pete. This is their Pete. I, for one, am not going to stand by as they take away all our rights. If we want to play Yahtzee with squirrels, it shouldn't be a problem. I'll admit that some answers are not as easy as they look. It's luck be in the air tonight, you pervert. But in the end, the truth always comes out.
Trump made me come 6 times.
So I hope you all have a great week. I'll be up in wine country, happier than a blind lesbian in a fish market. And if you have a couple more minutes, you may also like this video right here, dates for when the crypto market will actually explode. Until the next time, be safe.